And what is going on YouTube? Just another gaming channel bringing you just another video. So guys, my apologies, I've not been on in a while. I'll just point out that I've got about 8 or 9 new suits to show you. I'm so sorry. I think on one of them I'm missing one item. If it was the Titan mark, it'd be cool, but it's the helmets. I can't really show that one. I'm not bothering grabbing the Dawning stuff because since Destiny 1, this armor set is pretty much the same armor set you get for the Dawning every year, with a slight different aesthetic overlay, but ultimately it's the same armor. This is going to be Void Singe, Glass and Heavyweight. Okay, Void Singe. Okay, I'll go with Telesto and the Hammerhead. That should do. See, what worries me that guys are going to go with. Sorry, I'm wearing dismantled armor there, guys. Different sets. I do have the Aura Furiosa. I'm kind of hoping. I really want the bloody arms. Is it Arms of Galanor for the Hunter? Man, I've been trying to get those for so long. Can't do it. When Xur appears, whenever it's meant to give you the top engram. It's meant to give you something you don't have. Well, that includes. So say I had a version of this that wasn't the new version. Yeah, so it gave me this version. Originally it didn't have all the multiple options. So yeah, that kind of screwed me up. So I'll have to receive. I've got a chance of receiving everything again, basically. That's not got the new mod system on it. So I don't bother buying those. But anyway, sorry, just having a sip of tea there. I've gone off coffee again. It's that time for back end at time for some of these painkillers that I get for my jaw. They screw with my taste buds and I can't drink coffee for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. It's so frustrating because it's my favourite drink. So I'm on tea. Well, I'm sorry I've not been recording, guys. I've just I suppose I should do part 3 of the forge, but I've opened up the second forge with a hunter, so I suppose I could do some hunting. Hunter gameplay.
My hidden operatives tell me the Cabal have caused some kind of anomaly.
I've got the breakneck right here. I was meant to record
multiple
40
squads
matches.
from your first visit.
Maybe not all 40, maybe just a handful.
Osiris is concerned.
It took me a long time to get that.
But if you go with me, make sure
it is
the Cabal
actually,
don't leave
I know I keep ranting on about this, but it is terrifying, especially with the forge. Like so many people that just either don't know what they're doing, or what I mean by that is like so many forge when you get to 120 of those. Throw those orbs in the machine, 20 of them. I've been averaging out. I've not been averaging out, but one of the rounds I did, I threw 17 out of the 20. That means between the other 2 guys, they got 3 orbs. A lot of people have just spent so much time killing the red guys. Which is fine, because like, if you let them overpopulated, they can cause a lot of problems. And also, one of the main issues I found in the forge is, like, I'm killing a blue guy totally on my own, and I'm about to grab the orb, and some guy run up and grab the orb. Now, essentially I don't really mind sharing, but I don't really have a choice. Well, the problem with that is, that guy could have been actually killing his own blue guy and getting another orb. So, say he stood watching me and then goes and steals the orb I've just dropped. This is a big problem in Gambit I've found, is that first of all, I don't know why, I think it's because I run Icelios or
the geometric data I'm reading from this architecture,
and I use my supers, but I don't know. But ultimately,
like reality,
I end up doing on average about 60%
in the forest,
of the damage to the Primeval every round. That's average. Sometimes a little bit less. I've been in mid-50s. Sometimes a little bit higher than 60%. But think about that. One person doing basically 60% of the damage to the Primeval. So that means I'm doing more than the other 3 people combined, and that's a little bit concerning. I think the most frustrating thing about Gambit at the moment is people are just like little creatures, like little scavengers. Like they see orbs and they just go for it. And I know that's the point of the game, but man, I'm the one generating those orbs for me, and the amount of times I've been like, I need just 2. All I needed were, I've basically wiped out an entire, you get the red mark of Gambit. I've gone in with super and wiped out every enemy, like no joke, with hammer, with fire hammer, and you know, everyone's rushing. I'm trying to collect what I've dropped. You know, you can only collect 15. And I've been 2 off. You know, at times I've been 2 off. 2 motes off getting the max 15. And what happens? There'll be like 15, 20 those motes.
Looks like
I'll
the
not
vets
get a
are
single
trying to
one.
re-establish
The
control
guys
of the
taking
forest.
them all. And so
They can try.
I either have to
This
drop
forest
a
is
10
mine now.
with the extra 3
Vanguard
doing
would
nothing,
disagree.
or I can risk going to get the other few and then get wiped out by an invader, which I'm happy with. Another problem with Gambit and any sort of multiplayer game in the Forge, nobody wears Destiny is one of the weirdest multiplayer games I've ever come across because the majority of people don't use microphones. And that is overwhelmingly scary. Guys, I'm telling you, if you don't use mics, just try getting a mic. Just start wearing a mic, and when you start wearing a mic and there's another person on your team, you can coordinate things. Just 2 people in Crucible working together, in Gambit working together. Like, you can coordinate. So you can coordinate an entire game, and it'll turn out way better. Just way better, guys. And let me see what my boys are running. If they're running Void, I better run Void. Yeah, you can coordinate everything, guys, and it's freaking awesome. It really is, because just 2 people working together, it makes a massive difference in all endeavours. Like so, because I've seen people running around, like in Gambit, where, like I said, I've needed a couple of motes that I've created, and everyone's running over all motes I've created, and I don't mind, I get it, but not to the detriment of leaving me without the ability to drop a decent sized blocker, especially when, you know, you'll see guys run over the motes and they've got 3 motes from what they've run over. If they'd have checked my mote count and decided to let me have it, I could have dropped a 10 or a 15, or you know what I mean. So I just think if people start to play a little bit smarter. So yeah, 40 games of Gambit, guys, I ran into so many players that just don't have the skill set or the I don't want to say intellect. It's not that's cool. I'm not saying they're dumb people. Just ignorant of the tactics or strategy. I'm not quite sure how to place it, but you know, I played a game the other day where I knew this within like a minute. I knew I'd like this team where people had just, I think all 3 people had died and lost all the motes. So I decided not to play for those 2 rounds just to see how much I do contribute. And in that time, no shitting, guys, the 3 players combined managed to put in less than a third of the motes required. So that means because of my ability to kill and or collect, I've been dropping in I've been filling, even if I'm not sitting there with blockers, I've been filling in those motes to a ratio of about 5 to 1. For every 1 mote they collect and deposit, I deposit 5. And I'm not, you know, usually if you look at my kill count, because everyone goes after mote, I don't go after other people's motes if I can help it. I mean, if there's 1 or 2 there that's going to give me the high-end blocker, fine. But if you look at my kills, I might get 80 kills around, and then you look at the
While you were fighting, I was thinking
the
of a
amount
way
of
over
motes,
that
it's
ramp,
usually
so I
within
simulated your
a
sparrow.
1%, 2%
It's good to go.
difference. I see other players where they'll drop like 50 motes and only have killed like 18 people. And I know that's the point of the game, but when you're doing it at the detriment to other players' abilities to summon blockers. And speaking of blockers, guys, that's another thing. Like, I'm usually the only guy. I end up playing against quite a lot of good teams, and I was there taking on like 2 level 15 blockers, 2 level 10 blockers, or 4 level 10s, or a couple of 5s, a couple of, you know, maybe a 15, and you know, I'm the guy. Not many people stay around to make sure the centre's clear, and they're off collecting motes, and I'm there like the limited weaponry and ammo trying to take down these 4 beasts.
What's the difference?
While they're
Vex simulations
combined,
can
those
kill.
guys can take down pretty
These
quick
copies
if
have
you're
the
not
same goal
careful.
as their counterparts.
And
Find
yeah,
a future where the Legion wins the Red War.
Well, this has been like a complaint video, isn't it? So let's just call it. I think Iron Banner starts for us, guys. Yeah, this breakneck. Every time you get rampage, it increases the and I think it's, I don't know about its reload speed. I know I've got a rifle loader mod on, but an also rifle. It gets faster the higher your rampage. Put it on. Put it on. Out this shield. Yeah, this shield's been an absolute godsend. Great. I was on my way to getting the rifle. I've been doing it mainly, so I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, I apologise for not I've just been. I'm unwell. I'm ill pretty much all the time these days from the insomnia, the chronic pain and stuff. So sometimes it just drains me to the point where I'm just. By the thought of like.
So, where's this Valis?
Wait for it.
Just like having to sit through
The Vex activated their security grid.
Should have used.
They see you and the Cabal as invaders. Relax. It worked out fine the first time.
I know it's on heavy. There's going to be a new area.
They've activated more lasers.
It's hard not to admire the artistry.
It's really not.
I've seen the new Iron Banner armor, and that shit looks pretty cool. It looks really good. Quite looking forward to it. My cat's looking at me and I'm talking to her. What's up, Luna? She's sat there looking up at me. Now she's gonna put her claws up on my 120.
All Cabal eliminated. We'll make a
It's not really a
full report to
game
the
chair, but
Vanguard.
it looks like, you
It's
know,
always
like game
an
chairs
honor,
look
Guardian.
like long top. No,
Take
it's just
care
a
of
big,
him,
nice,
Ghost.
comfy leather chair. It's
If you
bright
let-
orange and black, it looks beautiful. There you go. Right, up on my knee she goes. If you hear a bit of muffling against the microphone, guys, it's my cat rubbing her face against it because she's a bit like that, you know. So that was you know, I do like strikes. I just think they were better. I mean, I'm glad they brought out bounties, because even though it's essentially, I know you get some rewards, tokens and things, but ultimately the idea of bounties, they do stimulate the reward center of your brain. You know, we like to complete things as human beings and receive rewards and feel like we've achieved something. And that was what was great about Destiny 1, is that the amount of bounties that were on that bounty board every morning. You had your strike ones, and then I think you had like 3 sets. You had like your normal ones, then you had I'm sure you had strike ones, and then you had like extra strike ones. I can't remember what they were for. I think they were like the Rise of Iron stuff, I think. But there were like 3 layers of 3 layers of strikes. Of bounties, sorry. But a lot of them covered the strikes, so that was kind of cool. So I've created quite a few ingredients, but now I keep just duplicating, trying to randomly get them. I suppose I could just look them up. I think I will look them up, because there's a powerful engram on stake. See, I needed to submit 12 of these creations, and I had submitted 9, so I had 3 left. So I had enough to submit. And when I went to start to do this, I went to IO first and submitted it to what's his face, and the other two disappeared out of my inventory, and I'm like, what? There's no timer on it. I've checked that. Uh-oh, I hope this is not the same. Excuse me for the cough, right into the microphone. Again, my cat's right next to the mic, so she might start rubbing her face against it. You might be able to repair, I don't know. So this is a different. This is the other. Let me check my teammates. Lost the toss, but what that means.
Hey guys,
Don't be
we've
afraid
got a
to-
simulation in the
So,
forest
yeah.
that is quickly spiraling out
now
of
I've got
control.
the
Long
gloves
story.
for the hunter. I started to use the
On our way.
wrong button. I started to use the the shield. I used it for a bit. Not many people. This is no bullshit. No, this is again. It's a weird thing with Destiny players. Like they don't really know much. It seems like they don't know much about the game. But ultimately, what was happening is I was doing the blind well, and a lot of people didn't really know that they had to shoot through it. Some knew, but most people were running in front of it to start shooting. And for those that do know, you shoot through that, you get extra damage. Shoot through the shield, you get extra damage. I think it lasts longer when you're guarding actual teammates. Obviously, the exotic gloves, arm glove things, gauntlets are wicked because you take damage and you get your super back. So that's really good. I've just realised I've been grinding this Titan for like 2 weeks now. Pretty much. Well, at least a week solid. Oh shit! I thought I hit that a bit too far. I'm dead. Kaboom! Alright, I'm just using this. Crap. I've got to get. Should go arc really, but fire's the bet. These grenades, with Almaterra, these fire grenades that spit out 4 or 5 times. They're by far best grenade in game. They're very difficult to beat because they do so much damage over and over, and because they're essentially invisible a lot of the time. Like stream of fire, then it goes away, and then invisible people can run in and be damaged and not know there's a grenade there, and then like one burst hits, and you're like, whoa, boom. Canyon Neuron 7.0 by £2,000, and it's winter now by the time I got it, and there were some serious fucking problems with it, so it cost me. I had to replace the back end set of gears. Basically, the bottom derailleur were fine. I had to replace the key because the switch that allows you to loosen the derailleur when you change the tyre, that just snapped off. That wasn't there. So then I had problems with I've got a seat post, which is fantastic. I found these bike backing. If you've not bought, if you're looking at new bikes, get one with a seat post because being able to adjust your seat with a switch on the go is amazing. Because you're supposed to have it high when you're just when you're in a normal riding, or you're supposed to have it a bit higher than so you're at aerodynamics, and it's like the tensile strength of your leg muscles, and the torque, it all maximises in certain positions, so when your body's at an angle. Now going downhill, when you're aggressive, or even going down any sort of hill or area, being aggressive, you're meant to have the seat fully. You're not really meant to sit down, and stand up, give yourself a little bit more control. So the seat post was amazing, but basically I forget what it's called, but the device that clips into the spring mechanism on the seat snapped off, and it's a wire cable that is bound into that device, and you know, cables are made up of thinner cables, you know, wrapped around like you know, like string, like a string is many pieces of individual string wrapped around to give it that strength.
Welcome back. You should remember
I managed to
this. You did great
refix
the
it, but
first
one of
time.
those cables we couldn't get it back
time.
in, so there's like a loose
Someone
thread
stole
from the
my
cable just
shell.
hanging through.
Borrowed.
It should be fine. It seems like
borrowed
it's
it
working alright.
to
But
save
I've only been
all
on the
of time
bike
and
twice.
space.
There was also a slow puncture there on the inner tube itself. With no, you know, I went out in it once, and I examined the back wheel, and so did the guy, and we couldn't find any puncture marks whatsoever. So there's a slow puncture. I think the inner tube might have had a small hole in it. It's the only explanation. So I went in about the problem with the bike. Originally I went in about the puncture, bought some puncture repair kits and a new inner tube, and just in case it's back up. And then went home and then realised that the mechanism for the thing wasn't snapped off, it wasn't there, or I don't know if it got snapped off in transit. So I had to go and, you know, that's attached to the actual teeth.
After the Guardian
cog
destroyed the
on
root
back
line
wheel,
the
you know,
first time,
the,
we spent weeks taking the simulation apart.
I think mine's 12.
The Vex have rebuilt it
12 on the
entirely.
back,
You really
2 on
messed
the
things
front,
up this
so
time, Osiris.
12 lead cog.
It was a risk I had to take,
I had to
Secure.
get that
The
replaced.
Guardian has
I had
this
to switch
handled.
on it, and it cost me 170 quid for labour and parts. Plus, the local repair shop that you told me they don't mend punctures. I get it because it's like waste their time. They probably have to charge. You know, they're not going to. You can't charge a lot for a puncture repair, so they don't do it. So they end up replacing the inner tube. I did say I really should have said, well,
Everything's teaming up.
30 quid's worth of
We should
stuff
do
to
it
do
again
that,
sometime.
you know, including a new inner tube just in
Leave my
case.
Guardian alone.
And then I
Secure.
come back, so I've got 2 brand new inner tubes plus a third one that is basically got this little hole in it, so that's fine. Now my problem is this bike costs $2 and that's pretty fucked up. The main fucked up thing about it is I love the bike, Canyon, German engineering. It's a steel frame, but it's got many carbon, really cool fibre composite. I mean, it's got many carbon fibre parts on it, but the main frame is it's a very light steel alloy, extremely strong. It's I can't remember, it's 7707. I can't remember, but it's like one of the high-end ones. It's very strong and light. It's not like, you know, big chunky. It weighs about maybe 12 kilograms, something like that. And it's a big bike, 29-inch wheels, carbon. No, actually, it's not carbon fibre wheels. No, yeah, but there's carbon fibre parts on it all around. But anyway,
When you
the main
destroyed
problem
the original root
I have
line and
is
left,
half a
we
dozen
programmed
emails
demolition charges into every
to
floor
customer
of this
service.
spire and
Every
reduced
one
it
of
to
them
bits of
ignored.
data.
Every single one of them ignored.
Unsettling to know that the Vex
So
have
then I had to
rebuilt
get
all
on the
of this so
phone.
quickly.
First time was 45 minutes late. The second phone call was an hour late. Nothing resolved, no offers. All they said like, yeah, we've got your emails. And sorry that we didn't reply. And you know, as I was on the phone, I just was on the website and got a fucking sale on my bike. It's about 300 quid less than I paid for it. Man, Jesus, talk about timing. Anyway, I don't know what to do about it. I tweeted like, you know, worst company in the world for customer service. Once they've got your money, they don't. And honestly, that's true. I mean, I'm not being vindictive. Like, you know, I'm not asked for any money back for the 170 pounds. One thing that bothers me is like the force you didn't force it flat. You didn't have a choice. The packaging, you didn't have a choice. It had to be a Canyon box. It's cost 40 quid. It's a cardboard box. They charge you £40 for a cardboard box. Don't get me wrong. It's got Canyon printed outside. It's basically in case you need to return the bike or return it to the repair it. It's got all the cardboard cutout parts for stability and protection. But ultimately, it's a cardboard fucking box that costs 40 quid. I mean, seriously? Then I had to buy the pedals. I think I spent 50 quid on pedals. And I've spent about 300 on tools, lubricants, cleaning gear, helmets, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I've spent close to 3,000. Shipping was about 50 quid, I think, for shipping. So, yeah, I spent, you know, probably 2.7 thousand on this bike, And a month before that, because I got into biking, there was a couple months before that, I spent 500 quid on a mountain bike from Alpha. It's a good bike, I can't remember what the damn thing is. It's got back suspension, hydraulic fluid, hydraulic brakes, disc brakes, and 500 quid, it's amazing. I rode that every day for like a month and a half, no problems. And then I get this £2.5 grand bike. So my main problem is, like, as a kid I wear biking all the time, but technology's changed massively, absolutely massively since I stopped biking. That's fine. The main thing, the reason I'm hesitant to biking in the future is just because this bike costs me nearly £3 grand. So I'm fucking terrified of doing something to it, breaking it. You know what I mean? I know at some point in the year I'm going to have to clean the brakes. I've got to plug the brakes. Like they do in cars, there's an intricate device you set up. You get rid of the fluid, you get all the extra, you have air bubbles forming. Not, just makes your brakes. But ultimately, you can do that really well. It's like all these, it looks like a science experiment. But boy, it's winter now, and I'm really missing. I go out for 4 or 5 hours a day on it. I'd always do a straight journey of about 30 miles in one direction and 30 miles back. I didn't even realise that I was going that far. It took me weeks to realise, holy shit, because I was out for hours. And then on top of that, there's all these wooded areas. Some people have cross bikes, motorbikes, and they've got a big massive track that goes through all these woods for miles and miles and miles in every direction. So that's why I rode on that. There's like 3 feet deep holes where it's got wet and muddy and they've carried on driving. All these massive fissures, like as if it's cracked through landers forming on the road. And it's pretty brutal. There's some areas that I've not been up yet, and it's like regolith. Like when it was dry in summer, it was like regolith. Imagine the talking about the surface of Mars. Really fine powdery dust. It was like that. It was everywhere, all over my bike. It really was so fine, that powdering. But when it's wet, it's just like a horrible sludge.
Route mine has been dismantled.
And also
what's next?
That it's summer.
Fires
And
all over
during
the
that
place
route, I always go to the
I'll be honest, I can't remember where we left here. We're in the middle of 3 separate simulations.
There's thousands of birds there.
We just met the biggest Vex Cyclops I've ever seen.
I've been trying to lose a bit of weight
Cracked it in
because
half.
of my insomnia.
Oh, Dendron, right.
I'm only eating like
You're so good at
maybe
cleaning up
twice a week.
Osiris's
I know it
messes.
sounds ridiculous.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen
but
again.
you
Now
know,
get
I'm
out of there
I've
before the
actually gained some
simulation
weight,
shuts
and
down.
that's because combination of things like I drink tea and coffee, and I have coffee with sugar, cream, and milk. So, in one of those half a tub, small tubs of cream, there's 4,700 calories in that. So if I use that in a week, and I'm not burning this stuff off because I'm immobile most of the time, so I'm actually gaining weight. I shouldn't be gaining as much as I have, but when you don't eat, your body starts to store everything it gets. And so I've put on a little bit of weight. Luckily, when I gain weight, it's universal. Like my arms bulk out, my legs bulk out, my weight, everything just gets a bit bigger. So I'm not like this fat sluggy. I'm still, if you just look at me, I'm an average looking dude. But I can feel that I've put on weight, and I can't wait to get back on to the bike. But what I have been doing is I've been packing that bike with lots of tools, and when it was really hot this summer, I was packing it with something like probably 4.5 litres of liquid. One of the bottles would be fully iced over. I'd just take it straight from the freezer because cold liquid's amazing when it's that hot, and because of the heat it starts to melt. And then I'd have another bottle that had been frozen. I'd take it out 3 or 4 hours before I go out, and then I'd take 3 or 4 smaller bottles, and I'd drink all that. And one of the bottles I'd like not touch until the very end on the way home, because it was so hot out there. I'm like, if people didn't have liquid, they'd be in real trouble. So I always used to offer my drinks to people because it's on the Pennine bike path. There's a bike path that goes all the way across England, and I'd love to ride it, but I keep going as far as I can get, and then I can't find, because it goes onto main roads, it goes onto estates, and I can't find the next part of the path. So yeah. Ooh, Shrouded Stripes, that's a really nice shade of that. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, it's not as nice as I thought, but I don't like the little tigery stuff, but it could look okay. Reminds me of Grey Knight Marine, the Grey Knight Space Marines from Warhammer. Pretty cool. Do you know what I didn't do this week, guys? I didn't do this. Bad. Wow,
Hey
what
team,
is it with
copies of the
Mercury
Cabal
today?
invasion
This
are
is-
trapped inside the Infinite Forest, locked in a
this is
combat
Mer-
loop.
They're
On
all-
the
they're all Mercury, why
off
not?
chance one of them escapes, possibly armed with world-breaking Vex tech,
Wouldn't be the first time. We'll handle this.
So I'll use Arc. Up there, I'll use an Arc, I don't have a choice. Problem is, with Arc, I don't need this for the top tree. I don't need it for the top tree, because it has the... But the bottom tree is not as good, because you don't get the... I don't know, you just don't get the after effect shock thing, so... Mercury, you know, maybe I should put something on the metal Mercury. Let's have a look what we've got, guys. There's Mercury, I'll put it on for now, see if we've got anything. So yeah, also if you... Oh, Vanguard's going that might give me extra tokens. So what I've noticed is, you know, you use the Fighting Medallion. I use it, or I've never not used it. I've never not played without it since Destiny 2 came out. So whatever XP I get, to me, is standard. You can get those ghosts that are 10% extra, but they do not stack with the Fighting, which is really frustrating. Yeah, I spend like 2,000 glen on it. I mean, I've got it for like free, but just saying.
The geometric
right
data
next
I'm
to
reading from
these,
this architecture, it's subtly shifting. Like reality
I've
trying to
not done
decide on
any
a version
raids
it
on
likes.
Destiny 2. Just
in the
I've
forest,
become a
time
solo
itself
player
is in
just
flux.
through circumstance.
I don't
It's
like
really
it.
frustrating. I really would like people, but I don't like going into a raid. Well, I don't like going into a raid not knowing what to do. So discovering the
You're
raid,
showing up on the tracker.
even when no
Good
one
to see
else,
both of you again.
say we all went in at the same time, I find it a little bit
wasn't here
frustrating.
last time.
So I usually
was
like to wait
so
till people
fun.
that have done it, that are confident
I mean,
to explain what to
you
do.
didn't miss much.
Now, the problem is that I really don't like going being the guy that, you know, is going to fuck up because I don't know what to do. But once I know a raid, I very rarely mess up because I've been playing games for fucking 40, oh well, not 40 years, not quite, but, you know, 30, I've been playing games for 30 years. So, yeah. Once I learn a raid, generally, you know, I'll be the guy that will do 100 raids without messing up any. Tactically or technically, I won't mess up, and I'll usually very rarely die. I can do like 100 games without dying, or you know, just because you kind of learn what's going to happen inside.
Sagira, I've been meaning
You
to
learn what
ask,
happens inside.
what are you and Osiris doing?
Raid itself.
We're
You know,
not completely sure
what
yet.
items are coming from where.
Some like remodeling, maybe.
The Vex won't like that.
They don't have a say.
So, but I don't like being that guy who's the new guy, you know, so... When Destiny 1 I did all raids, apart from when they brought back all the old raids, by then all my teammates, everyone had just left Destiny, so I never got to do those. But actually, my vaults were full and I really didn't have enough space on the character. All my vaults were fucking... There's no way I could store the armour and the weapons. But now, it's just frustrated that I didn't get to do that, because I love those weapons. Exotic Fate Bringer, scout rifle full auto, confident times. I think the problem with, the problem with Destiny has made the exotics more rare. They don't feel more rare. They just don't feel like they used to in Destiny 1. So I don't know if it was a good idea to make them actually more rare, because they don't have the same feeling as Destiny 1 exotics. It's just, just more exotic. Even if they're good, I think it's just like, so many mistakes with this game, and so many lines that it's like kind of ruined the magical nature of what Destiny could have been. I mean, this game could have been so much more. Think of this game in terms of God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn, massive open world co-op shooter. Still all the elements in it, but fucking 15 times the size. Think about that. Think about what it could have been. Red Dead Redemption type open worlds, like Saturn, Earth, and Mars. And what we get instead is these open world areas that are actually quite limited in their scope. Even though there's, some worlds are brilliant, there's a lot to do in them, they're kind of cool, but you get bored quick. And I think the only reason this game is so successful is because, I mean, they've got the loot part about 40% right. If you look at the advert, you know that all that stuff could be free. Like Warframe, they've got it right. Warframe is everything you can get, everything you can buy, you can get in game, and it's nowhere near as grand as this. Once you find the location where those elements drop, you just keep playing that area until you get the full super armor set or whatever you're looking for, weapon or skins or whatever it might be. Okay, now I think Destiny got 30% right. Think about all the exotic skins that you basically have to buy or you can get with Bright Dust, but really that shit should be rewards from hard bosses or grinding out shit. There's like 100 plus items each season, I think, in that thing. Maybe more than what we're thinking, but like 100, I'm sure it's over 100 items. 100 items that were designed for the game and taken out, put inside a virtual shop, which limits us. It's like Forsaken, Brave. Did you notice how many weapons there were not? There were hardly any weapons. So what they brought out was forges with some new exotics.
While you were fighting, I was thinking of a way over that ramp, so I simulated your
brought
sparrow.
out.
It's good to go.
You had 3 factions. You had Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, Future Warfare. Every season they brought out new arm set, new camo and camo shaders, new armor, and about 15 new weapons, 12 new weapons. The Vanguard had the same, new armor, every single possible faction or activity, strike specifically. They just did it right. And people got frustrated with microtransactions, but if you go back and look at the microtransactions in Destiny 1, they're about a 10th aggressive. And what you got there was really good shit, like you had really cool armor
I
sets
can't tell these
and,
Cabal apart from the real thing.
What's the difference? Vex simulations can kill.
Show a lot.
These copies have the same goal as their counterparts.
Destiny 1
Find a
nailed a
future
lot
where
of
the
things
Legion wins
Destiny
the
2
Red
still
War.
ain't got right. And core gameplay is one of them. Besides you've got 3 options for characters. What they need right now is a fourth square. Right? A 4th option for abilities instead of blank. And then you get to choose from the other 3. Yeah, you can put 2 in from each, you can put 1 from each, and then the next one you can put 2 in from them, or 2 in from 1, or 2 in from the third, 1 of each from each, or whatever. 2 from one and 1 from the other. Doesn't matter how you load it up. But you should be given that option would be great. You could really customise the player. Well, not really, but you customise it much better than what we've got now. I've actually run out of ammo. I'm getting heavy drops all the time, no primary. That's amazing. Yeah, that reminds me, heavy drops in Gambit, guys. You know how rare they are. They've definitely been motored down because I've got like 3 heavy armor drop buffs on these armor pieces. Maybe 4. Definitely at least 3. And you know what? There's more. Yeah? And they drop all the time in it, all these activities. Okay? What they don't do is drop just regular Gambit. Don't get me wrong. Because of this, heavy armor drop should be my teammates. Extremely rare. So what you got to say about that?
So, where's this Valis?
Wait for it.
I've never played this before.
Vex just turned up their security measures, trying to flush us out of here.
Not good.
More lasers.
Start attacking big
It's hard not to admire the artistry.
It's really not.
Vex with super. By the time the other bosses came on, that's weird. I know there's new players coming to Destiny all the time, or revisiting, and Forsaken was an amazing piece of work, I've got to admit. I like Gambit, I just don't like the fact that I don't have a team really to play with. It's very frustrating.
The Valis is down. I can't shake the sense of deja vu. I feel like we've done this before.
You were here in spirit. I was using your show.
Yeah, I remember now.
I really need to get back to my hunter actually, because I've got these weapons are pretty damn high level. So when I go back to the hunter guys, I will forge the forge. Now, I've not done the Nessus forge yet. I've unlocked it, not done it yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Look forward to recording that for you ladies and gentlemen. So what we got on the Vanguard? Oh shit, have I been doing strikes and thinking actually the cat's gonna stand on my keyboard. Come on then, Luna. Have I been doing strikes and not getting no, I must have done them. That must have been it. No wait, what? What's happening here? Look, Nessus is available. Have I just done all my 3 strikes? Yeah, I've done 3. Yeah, that was the 3rd one. Okay. Yeah, that was the 3rd one. So, what do I need to do now? Well, let's go back to tower, guys. Right? We'll go back to tower. We will turn in my prismatic. Oh man, I got. Usually I would have bought some silver, even though I'm generally against it, just for you guys to get the armor sets to show you. But I'm really not impressed with the armor sets. So. Yeah, not a fan. Because they really are. They've been pretty much the same since Destiny 1 on the same armor set, just slightly different like aesthetics and texturing and things like that. So yes, new armor sets too. I've still not done the Prodigal for you guys. Okay, I've almost got the Ancient Apocalypse set. I just need the arms, I think. Now I've got the arms. Wait. There's a chest. There's a chest. Legs. I need legs. Okay. I suppose I better still grind out some Gambit then. I could do that for a next video, I suppose. Should play some Gambit. There we are. There's the old sniper. No idea what to upgrade. Now, have I been doing the strike quests with what am I looking for here? Nightshade. Right. I think I've been doing it. Have I been doing it with this character? I'm just pretty well in, isn't it? Arc kills, fusion rifle kills. It's pretty well in. Huh. More powerful enemy. So if I do one more powerful enemy, guys, we can go and do the forge with this character. Shall we do that? Shall we carry this on as an extended video? Oh, this could be like 2 hours long. Especially with loading times that they were supposed to shorten. It was like a 4-hour trip into the Tower of Earth. It's impressive. So Nessus is our planet of choice for stuff. So what mission have we got then? Around here, what we got? Hack the planet. Ghost is a planet interface with the Nessus core. Oh, is that the one with all the jumping areas, floating platforms and shit? I don't know. I want to do some raids, man. Wow, I sound hippie as fuck then. I've still not recorded any of goddamn Dreamer City stuff. I mean, not the Blind Well. I don't know. Everyone knows what the Blind Well is, and it's boring, you know, whatnot. Veteran of the Hunt. Oh, I got a new thing. Show it. Delete one. Store one. Add that. Oh, I also got 26. This is quite. This is not bad. It's not my favourite, but high caliber rounds good. Only shot. And the slide shot. The slide shot. Never think to do that. Although, especially with the hunt, you know, you are sliding a lot in games where you collect shit. So I suppose. How many other people got Veteran of the Hunt? And what does Hunt sound like? How about Veteran of the... Excuse me, what? What do you say? Nothing. Wait, 26, 24, 19. Alright, time to go... Oh, Ordnance mod, I get to keep it. Nah, no problem. So yeah, the Starcross stuff. I need the helmet for that, guys, as well. The Wing Discipline, I need the... What do I need? I think I need this. I think I need the mark. So I could do that without the mark, I suppose. I just feel a bit. Look how bad that looks, Jesus. You know what? Let's just put these back on for now. It's a lot better. That'll look terrible. Right. Okay. What's that one? Okay. Get rid of the void one because, you know, I don't use void enough. I just feel a bit. I'm getting a bit better because I'm forced to use it to check out the arms, so I'm a bit better at it. But ultimately, I feel a bit incompetent with it. So I've got the helmet there,
again, Guardian.
and I could buy the chest piece, and I think I've got the full set. I wasn't gonna.
Bye.
I mean, I understand why they have it at level 10, but God, it's frustrating as hell. It really is. Where can I kill the dude who's a big dude? Yellow guy. Oh, any sort of public event, I suppose.
Never seen one of those.
So,
Always something new.
look, that's kind of the last. That's the last Dawning armor helmet, yeah. I mean, I've got a thingy on it, and if you look at the new one. They're really based on the same model. Some aesthetic changes, slight redesigns, but yeah, you can really see that, you know, there's still basically horns there, just slightly different, and I find that very frustrating. So I suppose I better go and buy the chest then, because I'm pretty sure I've got all these now. I don't like it when it's blacked out. Looking at the arms. See, the arms of the Optimus set. And I'm a sucker for collecting armor sets. And all these old Hunter ones that are amazing that I can't wear because you have to level it up and they don't have any stuff on them. Like this one, that it looks like a samurai for a Titan. It looks amazing. What am I looking for? Yeah, here we are. Frost strike. Arms. Helmet arms. No, I don't have the chest. Helmet arms. I do have the chest. The legs are down there. See, I was going to upgrade the Dragonfly. I almost got it to 600, but that's not the point. Iron Banner, yeah, I never got all. Well, the Titan one I didn't really like the look of, which is very frustrating. So it's the legs I need. Wow, good job I checked, 'cause I know I spent like no how much. Oh, I'm gonna throw it. I'm just gonna have to put some stuff. Just can't do it. I'm collected, damn it. Each one of these represents a piece of a full set of armor. So I need the legs then, I guess. If I get them, I get them. If I, I'll do the armor. But I'm a good 8 or 9 sets behind, guys. I do apologise for that. Of armor, I know armor videos are my most popular. Some have got 10,000 views.
What can I do for you, Titan?
Hard to believe because I suck balls at YouTube. Okay. Put on a 28. Why not? So I want to delete that, but it's 27. It's worth infusing. Probably, if anything, I should infuse into that. But as much as they've as much as actually increased the amount of cores you can get through activities, the grind is still pretty brutal in some cases because
we'll do the same.
Tangled Shore, when you want to go and get all those items, the legs are there. Oh, it's alright, screw it. Right, so we've got the full set now, guys, so I will do that.
That'll work.
That can be my first one I do to get me back into the armor sets, and I will do it after we go and kill a guy who's yellow. Okay. And then, actually we're going to go kill the guy who's yellow, and then what we're going to do is we're going to open up the forge for my Titan. Because it's not open yet. So, yellow guy, we need public event. Should we do it on Earth? Lots of public events on Earth. Aha, perfect timing. Well, actually, I probably won't get there in time to get my abilities up, but still, that is cool. So this is going to be a little bit of an extended video, guys. Well, what I could do is finish it here, sort of, in the sense that we'll unlock it, basically. Yeah. I used Telesto in a long time. I've got 3 very good sort of god rolls, and one's curated from Bungie. I don't know if this is a god roll particularly, but it's pretty damn good. Accurized rounds, snapshot, and rampage. It's pretty damn good. Rampage is particularly good. Very, very good hand cannon for Crucible. This used it a lot, and I've got no weapons that are even close to being leveled up or armor. The resource. I've got 60 60 shards. The resources, I think they ask are just too much. Some of them are level 10. You have to level them up 10 times. And I used hundreds, if not thousands, of those cores. The shards, leveling up the old stuff to level 330. Nearly all my armor sets were maxed out and leveled up and applied the protection that you get. And Masterwork armor sets, the Masterwork armor sets, nearly all of them, because I wanted a variety of things to wear and wanted to look cool. Like all the faction armor stuff that so cool. Like, it took me a long time to get the shader right and all that good shit. Gotta make sure I kill this dude. Why is there so many people on Earth all of a sudden? Maybe they're doing the same thing. Maybe they're unlocking it on this
lander is ours.
Do as you see fit.
I trust your methods.
Who knows? Cerberus is very, very good in Crucible, believe it or not. Not from long range, obviously. You need to be pretty up close, but man, it absolutely wrecks when you get him. Surprising how many people still don't know he's supposed to. I had to get heroic stuff basically. A lot of people still don't know how.
Ship down. Forgot about the Radiant Siege shit. Stuff. Radiant Siege collected. Hey, Devrim, guess what? The Cabal lost everything.
Well, this
and
way
I
we'll find out
mean
by killing some of these
everything.
guys.
Yet another devastating blow to their morale. Brilliant.
I didn't read it, but we might have to kill with the LMG, so we'll check that out. It's on my full barrels. I bought it. No, I didn't. Did I buy it? I think I bought it, but I think I've already got it, so I didn't need to buy it. I can go out another character. It's just been a while. Alright, these are fallen, but we'll kill some about it. It's just... Alright,
Either servitor en route to reinforce the
maybe
line.
it's from yellow.
I trust your expertise.
Ah, hang on. Hang on. But in this day and age of social justice warriors and political correctness, the fact that I said yellow ones, I'm surprised someone's not calling me racist. Jesus. Yeah, powerful enemies. Okay, so this guy, oh, he'll drop shitloads. Okay, that's cool.
Fallen are at it again.
Big bosses, they drop a chunk. When I kill him, he'll drop like 10 or so. The only problem with the super I've got right now is actually I never use it, very rarely use my super on the main boss. I normally use it on the 3s, I think I normally drop it on the 3 lot children that you've got. You've got to take those out obviously to get to turn it into a heroic. I'll tell you what though, like I said, very frustrating. I'm in a level 50, you know, level 50 is not going to play now. I'm surprised that they don't know how to turn a lot of stuff heroic. Just have Tango Shore and Dream City. No idea just what it is. Very frustrating when you don't get that. You don't get that kill. What are these guys? Close to
It's panicking. Right on schedule.
This might be the last thing we need to talk about before stuff. Should we go there and do one match, if that's the case? Oh, sure. And then I'll put stuff around. I've got the assault rifle, I've got the machine gun. I think I can get the sniper.
Servitor down, ether gone, a whole crew sacrificed.
Yeah,
Fallen are
I'm
having
really
a
frustrated
very bad
that you
day.
can't get.
I
Could be wrong,
expected
but I'm pretty
nothing
sure you
less
can't
from
get
you.
exotics from public events anymore. I've done hundreds since Forsaken came out, and that was my primary source of exotics, even though they didn't drop very often. They didn't drop very often, but they did drop. Now it's gone. It's totally gone. Right, now we've got to travel back to Ada. Oh, I never did the prismatic thing, did I? I've got to travel back to Ada though. Hit an hour. It's very quiet here. I love the Malfeasance. People say it's not very good unless you find Tekken. I don't, maybe. I know there's extra damage, but like it feels good to use, very accurate, and when you get enough rounds in and they explode, does some good damage. I don't know, I like it. That's probably that, I guess, but it's just such nice craftsmanship. I love the barrel. So I got the Colonel shader. This is closer to Destiny 1, but Destiny now it's not. Destiny 1 Ace of Spades shader was absolutely amazing. Looked amazing. Looked better than that. Looked better than the Last Stand one as well. Hello guys, I did get 3 new emotes, which I'll show you, unless you've already seen them. I don't know if I was recording when I used them. I probably was. So I was in a strike, so I hate wearing different. I've leveled up a lot of stuff as I've been going along, but I really hate leveling up because ultimately you just keep getting. Like I'll level up certain things that have got good perks on them, so that you know the arm's not particularly good, but I don't want to. You know, I really need to stop leveling stuff up and just wear what I get, basically. Just wear what I get, and then I'll store a collection of those shards, and on top of that,
rhythmic physical expressions won't win a fight.
I can start leveling up more stuff because I've saved, and I won't be wasting it. Because often I'll level shit up and then get a similar copy of the same armor with even better perks, which is fine because you can just level that up with Glimmer, but still, you know, you might get a different armor piece that's got better perks. You know, oh, I've just leveled up there. Where am I going? I'm going to Ada. Ada. So I found the little cube box thing with the 4 locks on, and I know how to unlock them generally. I think you get. I don't know if you get the last word from that or you get a different exotic. I'm not quite sure. But it's time gated, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm not that interested, to be honest. I am, and I'm just like, oh, playing solo, man, it's been brutal. It just takes it out of it.
Dare I go against our values and ask a guardian to craft a new black armory weapon?
Okay.
If I do,
that's just cool.
our operations could finally restart.
We're gonna go. All right, we're gonna do 1 episode of the Forge, guys, and then we'll do separate videos. Augmented weapons. These are interesting because the normal weapons, but they've got an extra layer of
further disgracing the memory of our founder. You've put me in quite the predicament.
What have they got? They've got an extra layer of. Somebody tell me what they've got. Perks. They've got an extra layer of perks on the weapon. So the hand cannon that I've got stored in Postmaster's got an extra layer of stuff there, basically. So guys, let's go and do some Forge now. Now this should be a lot easier, like, because man, doing this solo at like 6:09, man, that was brutal. So hopefully this will be a little bit easier now. I'm leveled up quite a bit. Now, you know, I was using the shotgun, which is great, and I probably should still use it, but Telesto is a beast, and I might give it a try. What we got here? Now, going to Earth. I don't think I have an Earth base around it. It's probably nothing. It's probably just the old ones. Oh, to take resources, that's good. So, let's look at my sparrows then. What have we got? Actually, let's put this on. Got some cool. Now, they're nearly all. Just gonna load up. Yeah, it's nice that. Yeah, they're nearly all exotic, and they would be, except there's a few legendary ones that are really good. That I like them anyway. Like so, this is like Rasputin type one, a legendary version. I've got the exotic version, obviously. I really like this for some reason. It's my shade, don't worry about that. But I really do like the way it looks. It looks very cool, I think. I do like this, but it's very weird when you're riding it because you're but you sat back. It reminds me of Star Wars. This, it really does. You know, like the hover bikes and shit, hover vehicles, whatever you call them. Very much like Approaching Affinity. It's what I've been using until I got the Bull Rider one. Oh, automatic reload your weapons. So I'll just show it you guys. Show you real quick. Probably already seen it, guys. Many of you probably already got it. It's pretty cool. One I did use a lot for a long time is this one. You've probably got. It's the Hive Ice one. And then I went on to this one just to be different because I like the plume that came out the back. The back end's just a different design. Oh yeah, that's cool. Now we're using the Bull one. Boom, boom. We'll do some hoping to actually unlock, get to a level 3. And it took me a lot of matches to one like. I think I've only completed this 3 times, like, and I've played with like hundreds of different people, and I swear to God, like, there's not many people that match up. Like, you've really got to. It's weird, like, you know, the word try hard. I was thinking about it today. Like, I always play just at my normal level of skill. You know, I don't particularly try hard. It's just I've got a basic skill set that I work at, a skill level that I work at. It just happens to be very high. I wouldn't know how to play less good than I do, if that makes sense. You know, to purposely play shit, there's no conscious way to do that. You just play as you do, and I found that very weird term. So, but yeah, the amount of people that just can't manage these enemies, can't do what you're supposed to do. It's very unsettling. Because to me, it's just second nature. It really is. I don't. Again, it's probably just because I've been playing games for so long. That's all I can think it is. That's all I can think it is. You just build like, you know, your reflexes and reaction times are extremely fast. You've got an intuitive, you know, like the activities that you do as humans actually build your neural pathways as you're growing up. They build your brain, basically. A lot of your neural pathways are not built yet, you know, and neural pathways are basically the highways of information. And so how that's built and where it's built and how your brain decides to transfer message from point A to B really does depend on the activities you do growing up. So me playing games has built my brain chemistry, or certain parts of it, and neural pathways in a particular way. And if you were to scan someone that's never played games, it'd be drastically different. That's why people that have never really played games or haven't played, they can't coordinate. I mean, there's on the PlayStation pad, there's 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 buttons, plus the pad itself, this touchpad. 15 buttons that you pretty much, without looking, you're just constantly utilising them. And if you get a scuff pad, there's 4 more on back bottom if you want it, or 2. And I've got scuff pads. There's not on this. This is just not. guess there's not many people playing. Oh, the shotgun is so yeah. I really like the look of this. I actually like the shield disorient perks. Quite cool. I know this is just a remodel. I'm not stupid, but reskin. I really wish they designed new weapons. I do. And it's a shame. It's a shame that they've lost the. Maybe they just prioritise different things, but I know it's important to get the core of the game right. Absolutely, that makes a good game, a solid game, getting the core right. But it's all the extras, the embellishments, and the add-ons that really make a game spectacular. Because the fact that you've gone out of your way to actually produce and implement those things when you didn't have to, that's what makes a game amazing. Like, obviously, you need an amazing storyline, graphics, gameplay, all that. That's why I said the core mechanics have to be there. Now we'll be able to get into a match. I don't even know. So this is a little bit lower than. But I want the heavy ammo drop thing there. So super. Okay. Okay, we've got 3 people. Now we've got 2 people. Oh, wow! This is actually. Now we're waiting for the third. I'm gonna say it's a bit of a time there. I'm just going over here because should be coming from back here in a second. There we go. I've got VR and we've got Skyrim on it. Apparently it's amazing, but we don't really know the scale of the game. So I've had a go on VR. Just on this platformer gaming, simple platformer like 3D. So we get a guy who's not even playing. I'm not going to apply for this. We're not going to get the board. I ain't got the board. I'm playing about the Sorry, I'm not distracted by chatting to you lot. That's all. I don't mind the health there, but he could be killing his own guys, and getting his own claws. I did appreciate the health there. I don't think he looked in so many footballs, but so shifting his claws. I'm not even fucking trying. I mean, not quite really doing that. Big problem people just sitting in the know music get hit. Probably messing around with probably sat there messing around with his pad so that this should have been kicked back. We're doing alright, 2 of us. So the guy pretty good. I'll say that as he's dead. It's a good time. So when you start to run out of time, you gotta kill the blue guys to extend it slightly. shit like this happens all the time. Sorry, I'm gonna have to send a message, guys. Yeah. Why am I not surprised? It's amazing the people that try and screw you over by not doing the work or being real dicks. They never have the settings on messaging. It's never there, never there. Okay, guys, we'll end it there because that got fucked up. But I will record some Forge on my next video. I swear to God. I'll just export this and then I'll get recording. All right.